flicker, midnight glow, Mexicals live, the chat says yo. Cables twist like jungle vines, but the mouse pad centered, perfect lines. Pale world tames and paleo seeds, Terraria caves where the torchlight bleeds. Fortnite drops when the squad rolls in, chaos on the desk, order within. Hey, it's Let's Be Go, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spam and hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, desk like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Farms, one monitor fights, third one's memes from the chat highlights. Energy drink, tap, mountain grows, but the keyboard's clean, nobody knows. He'll build a palace and blow it up, squad revives him with the coffee cup. Every yell turns into a tale, community laughs, we never fail. It's Espligar, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spam and hearts, neat little the vibe feels right. Late night raids, Terraria boss, Paleo festival, never at a loss. Fortnite clinger, victory royal, but the real win's every shared smile. Hey, spectacle, sunrise on stream, empty cans, but we're living the dream. Pal world paleo, blocks in the sky, with the crew in the chat, we're flying high. Mystic war, chaos with a plan, hit that follow, join the fam. Neatness in the madness, heart on the screen. Mystical's wall, best place I've been. Oh. Pixels flicker, midnight glow, Mexicals live, the chat says yo. Cables twist like jungle vines, but the mouse pad centered, perfect lines. Pale world tames and paleo seeds, Terraria caves where the torchlight bleeds. Fortnite drops when the squad rolls in, chaos on the desk, order within. Hey, it's Let's Be Go, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spam and hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, desk like a storm, but the vibe feels right. One monitor farms, one monitor fights, third one's memes from the chat highlights. Energy drink, tap, mountain grows, but the keyboard's clean, nobody knows. He'll build a palace and blow it up, squad revives him with the coffee cup. Every yell turns into a tale, community laughs, we never fail. It's Espligar, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spam and hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, next like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Late night raids, Terraria boss, Paleo festival, never at a loss. Fortnite clinger, victory royal, but the real win's every shared smile. Hey, spectacle, sunrise on stream, empty cans, but we're living the dream. Pal world paleo, blocks in the sky, with the crew in the chat, we're flying high. Mystic war, chaos with a plan, hit that follow, join the fam. Neatness in the madness, heart on the
And we are live, everybody. Welcome. My name is MysticalLandSlide, and this is the last day of our test to see if bringing up the discussion and having my face shown and all that actually helps the views. It's what people that have a lot to say. So,
magic.
Danny.
I can cause chaos.
Well, you paused your own stream to come over and see me. I am honored. But I hope you have a great stream. Saw that you're starting chapter 4, so we will be hopping in after stream to see how that goes. See if there's any crazy cannibal ladies in this one, because the last one was psycho. But for those of you who may or may not know, Danny D is playing The Long Dark. So if you like that, I highly recommend it. So we will... let's see if I can do this right. There we go. Shout out for Danny D playing The Long Dark. It's always good to help a friend out. Maybe this time I won't have you walk across the map for a YouTube hint that they didn't give me the full information on. Of course I did. That's how I got to 100, is people shouting me out. Anything that helps. I know how it is, grinding away day after day, doing your streams. Every little bit helps. So for today, we are going back to Minecraft. I'm going to finish it up. Hopefully, the mod makers, or mod pack makers that saw me here before, will hop back in, since I couldn't do it the second day because Minecraft decided to have a catastrophic failure, as Minecraft does. And then yesterday, my PC decided to restart randomly. Cut the whole stream. It corrupted the stream file, so I couldn't even post a partial stream. So I just had to do the second part and hope for the best. And it actually did pretty well, even considering it was a partial stream. Even on Twitch, it did about up to my normal standards. So we were glad about that. I'm not going to hang around too much in here and chat because I preloaded Minecraft, which I'm going to have to start doing with Minecraft, apparently, because they don't like when I stream and load it at the same time. So we are just going to hop right into it, now that I've got it. And let's see, I think I covered everything. So we are going to hop in the game. And here we are. Of course, we're going to load up our streaming world and hope that it lasts longer than 45 minutes, like the last time. So we'll see about that. I don't know what that is. I left it on. I played games yesterday. Didn't have a bit of trouble. Nothing else caused it to reset, so I don't know. Hoping it's like one of those one-time things, one of those that's going to only happen every great once in a while. As it happens too awful often, I will have to actually try something to fix it. And I've done so much work on the PC already that I don't want to touch anything in case I break it. But well, supposedly it's a quick fix. I may have to try that here on the weekend and see if it helps. But you never know with these potential quick fixes, you know, air quotes, quick fix. Who knows? And they said that it's a common issue with the AM5, which of course that's what I got, because it was one of the latest things, at least for the CPU that I had. So, I don't know. We're going to try it and see. And for those of you who have seen or have been on Discord and seen my announcements, I did make it to the 100 followers after a stream. And I believe it's Sherazard is her name. She is from SSG, the Discord server for streamers and viewers and all that. One of the first ones I joined that has anything to do with streaming. She was one of the mods there, and they were nice enough to go into their community and start screaming that I was at 99 and needed to break me over into 100 followers. And one of her people, Dazzle, has a bunch of numbers, 234512 is the person that is the 100th follower. So I want to thank them for hopping over here and giving a quick follow. Break me over into that, get me my goal achievement of 100 followers. That's the first big milestone for streamers, at least on Twitch, from what I've heard. So we are thankful for that. We definitely want to thank them. We have to give it a second for everything to load in. We know how it was yesterday with the unloaded abandoned colony and all that good stuff. So we want to make sure everything loads in. Luckily, everything around me is explored, so I don't have to do too much into that. There is just the bottom of the mine shaft. Let's see. I do need to find diamonds so I can go into the next level, I guess you'd say, of pickaxe building. But I need to either start repairing or making more pickaxes. And that's going to be the issue as of right now. I'll take 5 of those, and I think in the dank I have, yep, I got quite a few. Well, there's 4 stacks right there, 5 stacks, and a little bit. Let's see, I will put 1 there, and we'll add 1 there. That should be more than enough, I would think. So we have that. That's kind of the opposite. Let's see. Yeah, you put it like that, and then you just split these and start filling it up. Let's see, keep the 1 out actually. And I will keep some back just for that. And you put that in there and you start the furnaces to going. And then I'm going to make pickaxes. So I got plenty there. We still have 1 there. So I'll just go ahead and pick those back up. Just makes the whole thing easier. And let's see. I think we probably need some more torches. Because why not? Technically, you can never have enough torches in Minecraft. Even when your entire thing is full, and you still don't have enough. Ooh, that one was close. Have to be careful on that. Okay, now we start. Oh, I want to make sure I got the right one. Because the iron pickaxe is... it's relegated for important things. Because I don't want to have to keep wasting iron. Let's see. We'll just go in the middle here, which of course is where that is. Oh, right there. Got some diamond. Now we just need 3 to make the basic diamond pickaxe to fulfill the quest. Yep, good thing, because there is no... oh, what is it? The dark stone right there. None of that around. Yeah, so we are going to have to... yeah, there is a way to actually get you can break that down if you have a silk touch. So something we'll want to in the eventually, but we got to get the stuff to start. And doing that can be the hard part most of the time. At least for me it is. Because I believe it's through mechanism, which is where you get the best. At least that's the one I like the most. Everybody kind of has their own favorites when it comes to what kind of machinery they want to use, what they think works the best. I know for a fact that there's like ore doubling, tripling, and sometimes I think even more than that, depending on what things you have installed on the mod packs. But for me, I just use ore doubling, and it works a whole lot better. It's enough for me to make it worthwhile, so I leave it at that. To see. Yep. It is filling it all the way up, so it works for me. And actually, there's a cheater way of doing it, is you keep a stack of the darkstone out, and then right as soon as you break it, if you run into something that is not darkstone, then you place a piece of darkstone and then just chip through it like that. And it kind of really is a cheater's way of doing it, because you don't have it naturally there doing it. But most people don't care. It's not like it's a challenge or anything. Okay, resonating needs diamond. So, oh, of course, one I choose. There's one right beside it. So we'll go around, and there's two behind it. Okay, right there. Yeah, the tough is not difficult to get through, so I don't mind having to go through it. I'm not sure how many things you can actually make with the tough. Oop, there's a lot of diamonds here. So we're going to keep this side. This will be, we won't go too far into that until after we have, actually I want to make sure I get all of those. Sometimes they come in 2s and 3s, but they're always in jagged areas. So trying to get them out can be the hard part. Okay, I have the diamond, so I'm going to go ahead and up. Now we can do the obsidian, and then get because now that I have the diamond pickaxe, I can take a water bucket over to that one spot, and then we'll have tons of obsidian. Because I use that for my pickaxes, actually for all my tools. It makes for a pretty damaging sword, which I do like, and it has tons of hit points. So I use it mainly for that, and then for my pickaxes. Then I will go and I will get a repair kit, which that also technically takes a diamond, but I can get one of those later, and it's not a big thing, because I will have, chances are, another diamond long before I need the repair kit. And of course you use that through the silent gear, and it's easy enough. Oop. Oh, it's him. Him drinking. He takes a invisibility potion at night, and then he has to drink something to come to be visible again in the day. It always sounds like he's either drowning or being attacked. And of course the diamond thing has a box I can get. Ooh, got gold with that one. And that's for going to the nether, which of course I need obsidian for that as well. And we got more diamonds. which is really good. So now I don't have to worry about going for the an extra diamond. So now I got that. And we have diamond gear, which has another box. Ooh, got blocks of redstone, just a block. I will just do that for right now. It's easier to hold than keeping it in the whole big thing. I have no idea what that was. I believe it is... Hey, Pickle is back. He is within range that he can hop in the stream. I am doing pretty good. How are you after your lovely vacation? Let's see, I don't think I need these for the kit. No, I need a stick, I believe. Gotta find it though. That's the trouble. Okay, I don't think I need those. I need a stick. Out for lunch with the family and friend. Head in Florida, but we were doing well. How have you been? I have been very well, for the most part. Had a had a hiccup with my computer yesterday. I was playing along, just started into Minecraft, and all of a sudden it just resets. So I looked it up. It says it's a minor thing. Or hope for the best. I'm going to try and work on it. Yeah, it's saying that because... I think I know what it is. That something with the newer kinds of motherboards like I got, that they don't understand the memory, the RAM that I put in it, and you have to take them out and put them in one at a time, and then just let them set for them to. It says it needs to learn the memory. So that may be one of my weekend adventures is to figure that out today or tomorrow. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. There we are. A sturdy repair kit. And we have an iron rod, which you're going to need because it has magnetic. And for those who don't know, when you have the magnetic trait on it, it pulls things towards you, like loot on the ground and things like that. Let's see. So we have that right there. So actually I can do that because you can switch them out. They did make it really easy to switch these out. And I do like that about them. So now it has... Oh, it's broke. Well, since it's broke, I can't see it. But it does have the trait magnetic too. But it has to be fixed before I can see it. And I can actually easily do that by looking in here. And I'm just going to put one. You put it in your hotbar, put it in there. It's got 1% material, and you just fix it up. Now I can see I got magnetic 3, which pulls in nearby items. Flexibility, which gear occasionally takes less damage, which is always, that's good on anything. And then ancient 1, because it's stone, it increases XP drop by blocks and mobs, which is not bad, but can be a little much sometimes. Okay, I probably should put these back because I don't have enough stone as of right now. Our inferium thing has been going pretty good in our botany pot. Got 40 of those flowers. Tons of dirt. We always have tons of dirt. It would be strange if I didn't have tons of dirt, actually. It's one of the things you can pretty much guarantee if I'm playing a game, there's going to be tons of dirt. Because I'm bad about trying to terraform everything around me into something that I want. And as we talked yesterday in the stream, I will probably end up flattening all this around here because I do like making the mine colony, like the one that we found up on that hill. And now I have to remember where the lava pool was. It's arid highlands. Ah, right there. So then you turn this way. Yeah, you could kind of see the mine colony when I had the map open. And it's not too far. It's actually up there. Yep, there it is. That's the restaurant from it. And it's abandoned. And you can see it by the spider webs. We went through the whole, basically a tutorial of things that I knew about mine colonies yesterday, so I don't want to bore people by rambling on about it every single stream that I do. It is fun, but it is labor intensive and time intensive. Even though you're not technically the person building, you have to literally do everything, get them all the resources and all that. The game Ray gave me that the kids play seems like a spin-off of Minecraft. It's pretty neat. Oh, is that Palia? I think it was. If I remember right, that's the one. Or it might have been another one. But yeah, there's a lot of them that are kind of spin-offs of it. Minecraft is always the original. Yep, it's Palia. Yeah, I could see that. There's a lot of things that games have taken from Minecraft, which just shows how good of a game it is. Oh, there's lava, and that's a lot closer. So I'll just steal it. And let's see. Yeah, it's an old trick that still works. Is you put down water, and as soon as it starts spreading, you pick it up, and it just like splashes out. And usually it will do it in a larger range like that. There we go. That's it. If you do it just right, it does really good. Put this here, and there's another trick to mining obsidian. Because obviously there will be lava underneath this, and to protect it, what you do is you put water, you stand in water, and then you start mining it, which takes forever anyway, because obsidian is just tough no matter how you squeeze it. And you do that, and then you have a safe way to get your obsidian. Now I did not see that that was back there, so... And it goes even farther. Okay, we got some... Yeah, I do that. Then I just slowly break the stuff. I'll kind of move all this out here, just to be on the safe side. And it usually will break it pretty easily. And there we are. And you kind of walk into it. That way the water doesn't push you away. So. And it doesn't get you either when you do that, like that. Then I can just stand here and let the water push me. And I can just, don't have to, I can only do it one hand. So, it's fine. And then you walk up there. I got that. Okay, now we're going to have to decide how we get the rest of it. And there's some right there. That's not imperative that I have every single piece, but I do like getting the majority of it. Because it's kind of a rare resource. It's hard to get, usually, unless you find these above ground kind of blobs of it, I guess you'd say. But otherwise, I'd have to go all the way down, find a lava pit, hope that I don't flop in and kill myself. Okay, because I'm near something, it doesn't spread out. Then I can do this. And we're getting quite a bit. But after a while, I'll use a good majority of it. So the more you can get, the better. You can use it for all your weapons, your tools. I think you can use it for your armor. I'm not sure. I haven't really used any for my armor. But it just depends on the attributes of it. Because some of them have some bad attributes that you do not want on things like armor. Because it'll be like how the one thing said it's brittle, but it cancels that. It's canceled out by, or no, it's flexible and canceled out by brittle. But if you make something that's brittle, it will do the opposite. And instead of your stuff only occasionally taking no damage, then you would occasionally take extra damage, which of course means more repair time or the chance of it breaking when you need it the most. So figuring out the attributes of things is a really nice idea, unless you like going around repairing stuff all the time. And there are some things that give you attributes that will regenerate. I'm trying to think. There's one. It's when you make it out of, oh, what is it? I think it's amethyst, that it will self-heal. Now it's slow, but any kind of self-repairing is better than none. Unfortunately, it's kind of weak. So what I would do is I would make something out of the amethyst, and then I would add something. I would add things with large amounts of hit points, because you can make like a tip to put on it, which will increase the blocks that you can break. Like you put an obsidian tip on it, or a diamond tip, that will increase both hit points. Oh. Yes. Wonder if this is a flower temple. If it is, it's full of creepers. And they're all at the bottom, and there's a trapdoor that drops you down to it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a lot of loot in there, but you have to kind of do it smartly, or else you'll get blown into smithereens within the first little bit. So I have no weapons on me, so I want to stay away from anything that requires fighting as of right now. And I also don't have any kind of backpack, so being in places with lots of loot like that is kind of a negative. And King Orgy, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. So far, so good for me. And those are Minecraft bees. There are two kinds. You have the Minecraft bee, then you have the it's like the bee mod bees. But the honeycombs and the honey that they produce, it's interchangeable, thankfully. Last thing you need is two different kinds of honey and two different kinds of honeycombs sitting around. And they can go inside the same kind of beehives. So, and we are over a nasty little cave. Not something I want to fall down into. You have to be very careful around these, because it'll just open up out of nowhere. I've had times where I was running like this, and I was running through tall flowers, and all of a sudden I just disappear into the dark, and I look up, and usually I die because it's 100 or 200 blocks down. We got more pink flowers. Don't use too many of those, I don't think, when you're doing Botania. So it's not really imperative that I have them. I'll take all these carrots because I can replant them. It becomes like an infinite food. I'll put that up there. Now red ones we do use a lot of. At least I do. Because I use them in making the generating flowers that will make the mana for it. But they burn stuff, and it takes red flower for that. It takes red, orange, and one of the grays. Okay, something is glitched. It keeps saying the same thing. Okay, I gotta go through my... let's see. Okay. I have an alert playing infinitely in my ears. Let's see. Let's see. I think it's because I have it on the discussion panel. I'm gonna have to switch over to it. Okay, back here. Okay, nope, that's the other one. This is the only other one that has it. I think I screwed it up when I put them on both of my scenes that I have. I don't think I can mute it on the other one when I move. So I may have to delete it. Go back on the water. It sounds like you're just wanting him to crash at sea. You know, pollute the poor oceans with pickle. So you have to think of it as the sacrifice that you're doing by playing with him is keeping other people from having to do it. It's all about framing. And if you frame it right, you can make yourself sound like a hero. The government does it all the time, so least we could do is learn. Okay, this is Thermal Series Rubberwood, which I didn't get no saplings from it. Now, some of them, this is from the Forbidden. Now, usually when it's a special mod like that, chances are I will need it if I adventure into that mod. Which I haven't gone too far into it. But if I need it, I want to have the stuff. There's an orange. Ah, I got King Orange. Okay, I got just sugar cane. So I'm gonna take that. Or no, it's persimmon. Ah, so close. I almost started something. But no. So close. Just say it once. It depends on what she's supposed to say. There's a lot of things she says. Not all of them are stream worthy. Let's see, we got giraffes over there. Now you can use the black petals from that flower. Mason bee. I'll take it before it flies away. Now, I think a mason bee is the one I had that flew out and died in the water because I didn't have anything close enough for it. That is a chocolate. Yeah, that's from the sand nest. Chocolate mining bee. I need to get him a flower, or else he will fly around forever and probably go out to sea and die. They're terrible about that. Don't worry, I'll wait. Depends on if she's at work. You may be waiting a while. Take the green flowers. I know there's a ton of stuff in Botania that I haven't tried yet, just because I tend to only go down a certain line of things. Let's see. It's Easter Lily. I don't know if that counts. When it comes to like bees. They have this weird thing, it's about a certain way it's, I guess, written in the way they make it. And it has to be something classified as a certain flower. And for a while, they wouldn't do any of the extra flowers from mods because it wasn't classified as a flower in the, I don't know what you call it, in the packs. It was just like extra flower or something, and because it didn't just say flower, the bees wouldn't respond to it. Back in some of the earlier days of it, at least that I played. But they fixed that pretty quick. People tend to complain when things aren't just perfect in Minecraft. Let's see, that's a blue banded. Luckily, I got these walnuts. And let's see, what's this? It's a warm trumpet. Okay, now the trumpet, I don't know about the warm ones, but the regular trumpet trees, they are humongous and they drop tons of things. But they all have the same wood. It's from the cork mod pack, or from the mod. I had one and I cut it down and ended up with like 20 or 30 saplings from it. Say, Miss Pickle, and Crazy threw up in her mouth. It's just from excitement. I'm so happy to have him back and to play games with him. Just like a little kid. What was it actually mining be? Getting lots of the different kinds here. For keeping me entertained. Yes, you are. You always do. So, for those who can see the chat, I'm pretty sure it's entertaining for them too. Nothing like the love-hate relationship of people that should have been siblings at birth. Ooh, there is it. That is an underwater ruined portal. Now these you gotta be careful because you will. I have done it before. You will drown, but you get a lot of cool stuff from them. Okay, so we got that. Ooh, I'm gonna put that on. And for those who don't know, the turtle helmet helps you with I can't remember what it is. Your bubbles going down, your air. I don't know how it does, but it does. Ooh, lucky scarf. We hit gold here. Let's see, flint and steel, which I technically do kind of need. We'll take golden carrot because I can eat it. And everything else is good. probably were separated at birth. Let's see. And the good thing is this is a non-complete portal. None of the broken ones ever are. Hence the name, I guess. But you can use them. So I will make a waypoint. Broken portal. And basically what that's doing is I'm leaving myself a waypoint and a marker so I can come back and scavenge it. Ooh, that's an ashy. I already got the ashy. Because they have netherrack, which you cannot find on the surface, usually, unless you find one of those. And it also has obsidian. It has crying obsidian, which you get a achievement for having it, but I don't use it otherwise. Basically, it's obsidian that drips. It drips purple stuff, so it's not really of any use for me, other than just the little achievement thing you get from having it in your inventory. So I'll come back and get some of that here after I get my stuff done with it. Now I have went quite a ways away, but that's why I have the sleeping bag, so I don't have to worry about mobs getting me. I've only seen, what, one mob, and it was a creeper that spawned, because it was dark by the time I had gotten out here. Yeah, there are some of the, yeah, it's the regular orums. Okay, so we are on the way back. Let's go across the water. It's shorter. Maybe not as exciting as running around, but it's faster. Let's see, that is the, was it wolf berry or whatever? No, walnut. Now, I do like these. Are they? Yeah, the purple trees. I do like them, and you can use them for a lot of stuff. They have, it's interesting the way that the wood is. So I have used it before to make houses. I believe you can use it just like regular wood. So it's not one of, I don't think it's one of the broken ones. And I got some more walnuts. And that's empty nest. And a good thing about those is once they do that, of course, helps if I actually have room when I break them. But when they produce figs like that, of course the walnuts do the same thing. When they get big and purple like that, you can just vein mine break them. And then when you, after a little while, they'll just spawn again. It's a, I believe that's a cuckoo. Yep, it's an adult cuckoo. There's several of them. There's a random zombie. Not sure where he spawned out. Let's see. I ran past the home. You can tell I'm slightly distracted. Looking all around and looking at chat and then trying to play a game actively. Luckily I'm just over the hill from it, so I can get back. I empty out my inventory and start in on the weapon and tool making. Then we can go from there. There's a couple of traders, but I don't have any emeralds, so it really doesn't matter. Put these down here. And let's see, this is, it's 5 wide. So that should work. Nope, off. And we'll go up through here. We'll complete our orchard. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Me and my slight OCD-ness. Gotta have them at the perfect expansion rate. Or else they might combine together and then you lose some of the figs and it's all kinds of crazy when I start on things like that. I'll put that up there. Let's see, let's put our wood in here. Actually, this can go in here. And now it should do 4, because it's always +1 of whatever's in here. But you can see it's chewing through the fuel faster as well. So it does it at the same rate as a normal furnace. It just does it in bulk. But it's still nice. Let's see, we got sugar cane. Make these into sticks. Cantaloupe that you can use for food. You have the aurum. There we are. And compressed, which I wish I had found that first. I wouldn't have needed diamond because it can harvest anything diamond tiered. So it would have been able to do the obsidian as well. So into the bees, put up the hives. Let's see. A random sword. Add it to the miscellaneous grouping there. Okay, we have the stone pickaxe there. We got that. We got that. Let's see. Ah, I don't have the blue flower. I didn't get a blue flower when I was out. It's a specific blue flower, for those of you who don't know. And what you do is you make blue dye with it. And with that blue dye, you can combine it with paper, and then you can make recipes with this, but they're permanent. Because the ones I have, they will go away if you use them once. But with the, I guess they call them blueprints. When you have the blueprints, they just stick around forever. Thankfully, I have not gotten a second one. Sometimes you'll do stuff and you'll find extras of the books. And you end up with duplicates, and I chuck them out. Rubber wood doesn't count. What does it say you can do with it? You can make basic things with the wood. Oh, you can make it over a campfire, but you can't in a furnace. But you can use it for smelting. So I will break that apart and use it as that. Put that up in there. And we do have flowers. So I will also add that to there. Because when you have bees and you start the whole beehive thing, then you need flowers for them to pollinate and get their honey from. So you can use any kind of flower. And I just use the ones that I like, which are usually purple. You can also use like lavender, which there's fields of them. Unfortunately, I have yet to see any blue flowers. And there's only like 2 that you can use that actually get you the dye. Otherwise, you have to use lapis. And I don't like doing that because lapis is hard to find anyway. So I'm going to go on a blue flower hunt, apparently. And it has to be it's little like this, like the rose, except it'll be blue. I really need to find, all I need is one. That's the sad part. All I need is a single flower. Because I have the botany pots, and I can just make infinite flowers after that. And these are the lavenders. Yeah. Oh, that's hyacinth. That's from that. That's a newer mod where they're coming from. Yeah, you have tall lavender and then you have short lavenders. I'll get them too. No sense in not having all the flowers. At least the ones I like. Anything purple, basically. And I can get some of the purple wood while I'm at, or yeah, purple trees out here. And I can technically use that. Yep. And it does pretty good at getting you the actual saplings from it. But you can see up there, it's brown on the outside and white on the inside. So it's really neat. But then the wood itself is kind of that, almost like a creamy white color. Which is not bad. I can see blue, but I think those are mystical flowers. Which you can use, but yeah, it's a mystical flower. And it's a double because this is the nature's aura. I do like that about that mod. Kind of passively grows things bigger than they should be. It's kind of hard to see a blue flower in a purple field. So go over this way. Now you can eventually catch butterflies. I don't remember what it is that you need, but it's something specific for them. And you can go around and catch them. And it's supposed to be a thing you can kind of breed them. And it's almost like the bees, where you can make different kinds of them. Oh, can't run anymore because I'm out of... Getting low on hunger. Would Pickle play Minecraft? Well, it's first person, so it's not like Fortnite. You know, he's held by his own standard. You know, it's first person, so it's gotta be good. I'm one of these people, I will never let him forget the fact that if he ever plays anything third person, that I will remind him. That will be looming over him as long as we know each other. I don't know. I kind of assume it's not fast-paced enough. Just saying. This can either be someone with ADHD's friend, or it can be an absolute nightmare. I imagine he would probably be somebody who likes... they have adventure modes where they have these pre-built things. You can't destroy blocks. You do puzzles, and you kill certain enemies and bosses, and it's almost like a story mode kind of thing. I would say he would probably be pretty good at that. I don't know about the just building thing. Okay. And the adventuring like I do. Because I will go out on adventures like this, and I'll stay out here for days in Minecraft world. So, I don't know. I have a feeling that he would need something a little more interactive and fast-paced. At least for his style of the way he's trained now. Maybe offline he might. Because I can tell you he's totally different offline than he is online. Of course I'm sure you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things you'd have to try it and see, I guess. At one time, I did have a server of my own. I paid a bunch of money for it too, and I can't do that now. I can't upkeep it because I had to buy one of the expensive packages to run this on it. So I did have a private server at one point, but it's going to be shut down this year. I've already got the cancellation in process because I can't afford $400 a year for a server. Now, if I had a bunch of people that like to play on it, we can make a lot of content off of it, and it became like a focal point for my community kind of thing, then yeah, I could keep it up, but not just as is. I got a really good deal on it from the place. They were having a sale. And then I missed another deal where they had them cheap again. I think it was for, was it Black Friday, I think? It's kind of a Black Friday sale on their website, but I missed it. So all that's out the window for this year. My streaming career will have to be significantly more profitable for me to ever be able to get back into that. That's one thing a lot of people, the trouble a lot of people run into when they have servers is they can get free ones, but it's hard. I like to watch my friends play. Yep. I suspected as much. There are some games like that. There are some games that I watch people play, and I find it enjoying, but I would never play them. So, I can totally understand that. It's the best part about individuality. You can have your own likes and your own dislikes. Well, that it looks like a village. Maybe they'll have the flower. I find it that way a lot, but I'm not a real gamer. Yep, we got a village. It's a pretty big village. They have rows of shrines. So this is a pretty substantial village. That's cabbage, acacia. Don't need the tall grass. So now that's the best part of basic Minecraft is robbing the villagers. Ooh, they have gloves. Eat the bread, put on the gloves. Steal all the seeds. Let's see, what's that? Corn. Oh, that's from the Maiden's Quest. Oh, and I got a saddle. I do have emeralds now, so I can buy stuff from a trader. Not very much, because some of the traders are insane. Oh, we have pre-roll eds. They're running in a minute 40. So just a heads up on that. Let's see, I've already been through here. So there. And you can find the sturdy bee cages, which one of the things I do look for when I am in a village. I don't need tall grass. I can find that anywhere. You can make it if you have bone meal. Yep, that's the town center. That's a helmet. Got a helmet, or got an achievement for taking their helmet. can put on there. Breastplate, though. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I have fully armored myself. Going to... Ooh! There we are. Bunny slippers. Take the... Nope. Which ones do I need? As a mana boost. I'll keep them, but I won't use them. That's leather. Oh, it's because it's a dying shack. Probably should use a sleeping bag before I get attacked by things. It's always a good idea. Just be on the safe side. Oh yeah, and I jump higher now because I have rabbit boots on. Yeah, I do like a, I guess a double size jump, I guess. And there we are. Stinking tall grass. I don't know what they are with their grass obsession. I have a feeling it has a more sinister notion to it, but because it's a kid's game, technically, they had to put that in there. Oh, there was a gem. I don't usually use the gems too much. It's hard to find the ones that have sockets in them to start with. Let's see. Ooh, I can use the leather. Ooh, lots of... That's one thing, you find lots of emeralds usually. It's another dying shack. And... it's not too bad. Well, there's cows over here, so yeah, that's what I thought. It's a butcher shop. Well, I have found everything except for what I needed. Or what, everything except what I came out here for, I should say. And these, if you have spirit orbs, you can buy things. And those are really good. But finding the spirit orbs is hard. I think I've only found a few of them before. Okay. It's in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I got the bunny shoes. But I don't think I take fall damage, or if I do, it's decreased. I know they're good. The best thing is kitten shoes. If you find kitten shoes, you're immune to creepers. And that's something I'm always on the lookout for when I find artifacts. Because if you find kitten shoes, you are so safe whenever you go out. Creepers are probably the #1 killer of most people in Minecraft. More on the basic side, I would say. On modded, it can be anything. Ooh, King Orange with a 25 streak. Thank you so much for being here that long and doing that much. Definitely appreciated. He's passively building a bunch of channel points. I'll have to try and think of something you can use so many of them on. Because I know for a fact you get quite a bit whenever you have channel streaks. And that you've got 25, so it's like every increment of 5 you get 450, so that's quite a bit there. I'll have to see which you choose to use them on. Oh, now we have the good one. Yeah, as we... Is at 18.6. Wow. That's one of those, I need things that I can have people spend it on, but I personally don't know what to do. I mean, I have to be so careful with the sounds because I'll get copyright hit with it on YouTube all the time. So I'm not sure what all to put. I could put like challenges and things, but I don't know. I have 22k, but unfortunately my streak was broke this week. Yep. That's the unfortunate part of vacation. Yeah, lost your streak. Give the house horns. Ooh, moon shards. And this becomes the thing, what do I want to replace it with? I don't really need olives. That's just a random food from the... Oh my goodness. We have lots of shards. And of course I don't have a thing for the potatoes. We have enough to make 2 moonstones. And the fun part about the moonstone is that it is a passive light. Probably should be heading home. If I can find where it is. There. I don't like these bunny shoes. I'm not used to the double jump. I'm used to a single jump. And so, I don't know. I will have to think of ideas, things we can do with channel points. I mean, I'm not sure what... I know a lot of people have like challenges and things that you can spend them on for 5 minutes of something or whatever. But I don't know. If any of you can think of anything that might be interesting, I'm always open to suggestions, considering you have 20,000 points. I know I had the, I think I still have the pick game for 10,000. I have to think of something else. I know I saved up 100,000 on a friend's stream. It was before I met all of you, but he has one of his people is an artist, and she, of course, their big thing is they're into Pokemon. And what she did was she offered in her free time, if somebody would redeem like 100,000 points, she would mix 2 Pokemon together of your choosing out of all of them, and she would make a custom picture. And so I did that. And of course, as you can see when I'm posting in your chats and other things like that, I have the little pig, and it's a T-Pig. And that was my favorite starter on Pokemon Black and White. And then there is that's another one. It's called a Chandelure, I believe it is. And it's like this weird chandelier thing, and it has like blue, I think it's either blue or purple flames, which it's the one that killed me in the game the most. I could not get past it because of the moves it had, and so I put those 2 together, and she sent me a custom picture of a T-Pig Chandelure cross, and it's really cute. Let's see. Now I think I can replace the torches with these. Let's see. do have a friend I watched for a while, and up to 6K channel points. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't feel too bad then. We're not there yet. We're getting there, but we ain't there yet. Okay, we go to our food thing. And just go ahead and use the walnuts. Refill my hunger with that. And I can add all this up here because we are eventually going to start making toast. And we're going to have to get some jam for it so we can get the major boosts. I was on a 3-year sub streak before he stepped back for personal reasons. Oh my goodness. Now see, as somebody like me that's just starting into this, I can't imagine somebody being around for 3 years. Now it's easy for me to see myself as being around on like Pickle's channel for 3 years. But it's hard for me to see anybody wanting to stick around and watch me for 3 years. But yeah, that's amazing. And a 3-year sub streak. That's a lot. Let's see, we'll mix all these up here. Let's see, we have the cabbage as well, which I don't think I have yet. Put that there. And let's see, clay. Of course, the flowers go over here. He did YouTube for 8 years before the group he was in disbanded, and he moved over to Twitch. That's quite a while. I mean, he would just be getting pretty well established after 8 years on YouTube. I know it takes a while for people to really find you on YouTube. I always hear that from anybody I watch that's on YouTube. They usually talk about how they didn't really get started seriously in it till after like 5 to 10 years of posting videos. So that's one reason I'm not really holding out much hope for stuff on YouTube. I'm just doing it as somewhere to put my VODs so I don't clog up my computer. Because each one of them is like 4 or 5 gigabytes. And it's quite a bit when you think about after a few weeks of streaming how many gigabytes that turns out to be. It was mostly the editor till towards the end where he was the front of more of the videos. Ah, yep. Yeah, some of the people I've watched, it's like that too. There was somebody that was an editor for several years, and then they turned out he did a video during a charity stream with them. And after that, people started just going crazy and requesting him to come back on as a main person. And it shocked him that people would actually care and was even interested in him. So then he started doing it. Now he has his own Twitch channel, and he is one of the main people on their YouTube videos. So you never know until it happens, I guess. Let's see, where is... Should be the dark stone right there for the portal. Yeah, I knew we had quite a bit of that through spell casting and things. Then we have sugar and wheat. And we still don't have the blue flower. Let's see. A work around it without having to use all my lapis would be the blue flowers from Mystical Agriculture. And I think they changed it to where you don't need... Okay. Because before you would have to have like a mortar and pestle, and you have to do each petal individually and all this kind of stuff. Now it's at least a little better. I can make the blue dye. And we need paper. I think it's 4. There we are. Now we have blueprints. Which I will need sticks. Actually, probably need more sticks than that. Because you have to make quite a bit. Because you basically are making what you're doing the blueprint of. Oh wait, actually, I forgot. You have to look into Silent Gear because they will give you blueprints once you make them. And I got a hopping pot. Of course. Put dirt in it. And then you open it, and it gives you a bunch, which I have multiples now that I will never use. Okay. They gave us a spear, which I don't like spears. We'll make our own. We will make us a sword. Now the sword I use. That we can just delete it. And so all the rest will go down here. And then these go there. I rarely use a shovel. Or an axe, truth be told. So now we figure out what we're going to make it out of, which of course is obsidian. And with these, I'll make 2 heads to put on the ones I already have. Oh, I don't want to do that. I can go ahead and do this pretty easy. I do already have a part, so I can just add it to it. And there's my obsidian. Now we have obsidian pickaxe. We have a second one. One is with there. That's how I split them up, so I know what's what. I always put the parts back, even though I'll rarely ever use them. Keep the stone down there, and we can go down in the mine now. Because we have, let's see, 3,072 durability. Now I don't have any, amethyst as of yet. Which I think, technically, save one of those back. I might be able to make the things that I need for it. It's gravel. Yeah, I need the magma blocks. And luckily I can make that. Okay. We do need stone. Or at least cobblestone. So I will use all of that. I'm going to put one back just in case. And we need pistons. I need wood. You can tell it's been a while since I've made any. Okay. So we have that, and that. I only need 5. Okay. Right there. Need a dissolver. Oh, I need some actual stone too. Because you have to make stone pressure plates. Now this is all from memory, so if I don't get it right, I have to just blame it on my memory. Now these have a compactor. Let's see, the last one I believe does require obsidian and a diamond, I think. Ah, it requires 2 obsidian. I always forget the second one. I'm good with the first one, but it's always the second one I forget. It's a combiner. Now we need these. We will put them right there. I forgot when I was clearing that out. I have to actually set them on stuff. I have a dissolver, compactor, and combiner. And I need, I need cables for electricity. There. Now I need the, oh, what is it? I don't think I need stone. I may have to use my furnace. Let's see. Yep, we got the periodic table. I'll put it over here because I never use it. Normally what I'll do is I will get an item frame and I'll stick it up there. I think I need paper for this. 18. It's got to be in a 3. Okay. So I don't have the majority of materials for it, or else it would come up and tell me. So I'll have to check. Let's see. It's not the energetics. Beginning. There we are. Starter power. Okay. It's that one. I need a repeater, that's why. I need 3 stone. And here I put the cobblestone away, saying I wouldn't need it. Typical, typical, typical. And there's Danny D again, checking on me. I am still here. I am still just as interesting as I always have been. Yeah, yeah, crazy. Use your channel points for screaming sheep and all the other goodies. And all the fun things. I need sticks. I need 2 of them. And there we are. Now we need some kind of stone. Let's see which one of these it says I can use. The shale is the only thing it counts. Wow. Okay, so we have starter power. That gives me another sink. And another bucket, which neither of those are technically useful for power. Just want to make sure your PC was being nice to you. I think it's when I leave it running for a long time. Because I had played it for almost 2 weeks, and a friend of mine that had built PCs and had PCs for ages said that it was easier on a computer to keep it running constantly and only either turn it off or reset it every once in a while for like updates. And so I was doing it like that, and I guess it was just too much. It may be one of those that has to be either reset or restarted or something. I heard that too. Yeah, exactly. It's easier on the computer parts, apparently. and he said it would like add years onto my computer and the parse life, which really doesn't make sense in your brain, but he knew all about computer stuff, so. And he had him he had one computer that he was using currently that had not been actually turned off by him for like 10 years, I think it was. He said he only restarted it once a month for updates. And then, of course, then you had like power outages and things like that. And he said all the parts looked and were acting like they were like pristine or almost like new. And I'm like, I could see that. So I've been starting to do that. And I guess I guess I have to do the memory thing on this computer. And then we'll see. Other than that, it's been doing good. You know, knock on wood, cross your fingers, toes, anything else you can cross and hope for the best. But so far, as far as I know, it's doing pretty good. I just gotta figure that next thing out. Just needed the restart, apparently. It seemed to think I did. Let's see, make a copper furnace. And so now I'll get all these free upgrades for making a furnace now. I'm glad all is going well. Yep. How did I know? I shouldn't have mentioned it. Okay, well, that's...
Oh, cool. I can do magic. I can cause chaos.
Well, now we got to hear that double. At least I did. I don't know about anybody else. Creepy. Yeah, well, luckily that was only a test for the week, so now I can go back and delete that part. Okay. Got that, I got that. Till I get here, boom. Too much for the PC. Exactly. It can't contain all the awesome that King Orange brings to the party. So... Okay. So we did have that. I want to get this at least started up before I do anything else for right now. There. Now I can burn stuff. Of course, everything is set for fuel. Let's see, it's front, bottom, back. I believe it's back is for output. We have proof it happened twice so far. True. Yeah. I would say it is almost proved as a guarantee. So that's why people are banning you from their streams. You're breaking their stuff. You said you didn't know, but now we know the truth. It's because you're breaking their PCs and their consoles. Okay, so we have had a channel points redemption, 10,000 points, which I made it specifically high just so it would be, not only would it take a lot of your points away, but it would show how serious I am about how when you pick something that I have, I will switch over and play that game. Normally I do it in hour-and-a-half blocks, and you picked it just in time because I was getting ready to cut this one off and go into the second part of it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into a break, do the theme song like I always do, you know, that's tradition. And I'm going to start up COD, but because it takes, 20 minutes for it to do that, I am going to I'm going to go into, let me think about it, Wolvesville, because it's a very easy and fast game. So that will be easy for it to do while COD is loading up in the background. So we're going to go with that, and then I will return and play COD for the second half. Let's see, intermission. There we are. So you will hear things in the background as I am exiting out of games and starting other ones and things like that. So I can't control that while the music's playing. Eh.
Pixels flicker, midnight glow, Mexico's live, the chat says yo. Cables twist like jungle vines, but the mouse pad centered, perfect lines. Pale world tames and paleo seeds, Terraria caves where the torchlight bleeds. Fortnite drops when the squad rolls in, chaos on the desk, order within. Hey, it's Let's We Go, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spamming hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, desk like a storm, but the vibe feels right. One monitor farms, one monitor fights, third one's memes from the chat highlights. Energy drink, tap, mountain grows, but the keyboard's clean, nobody knows. He'll build a palace and blow it up, squad revives him with the coffee cup. Every yell turns into a tale, community laughs, we never fail. It's Espligar, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the call, chat spamming hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, text like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Late night raids, Terraria boss, Pallia festival, never at a loss.